Welcome to Business English Solutions with Gifts Chidi Ota. On today's episode, we're going to look at how to craft a compelling and professional CV, how to write an effective curriculum vitae. We are going to look at the essential features and the key inclusions. Sometimes you find out that for a particular job role that is advertised, you have over 1,000 candidates applying for that single role. Then the question is, how do human resource personnel, select the best candidate? So they actually combine tech and strategy to filter best candidates. They use what is called application tracking system, which scans each CV for keywords, qualification, and experience to match the job description. Keywords and skill matching is another thing that they use. They use the system or the tool to check if your skills and experience match the job required criteria. Then some advanced application tracking systems will score CVs based on relevance to the role. So that's why it's very important for you to craft your CV to have relevant keywords that will help you to be able to, to be selected and be moved to the next level of interview stage. What is a curriculum vitae? It's a document that presents an overview of your personal information, your personal profile or personal statement, your core competencies, your work experience, your education and qualification, your training and certifications, your achievements, and your reference. So a perfect CV should be 2 pages. For professionals with several years of experience, you need to stick your CV to 2 pages. But for those in academic research and medical roles, 3 pages or more are accepted because such CVs would need to include publications, conference attendance, research projects, and teaching experience. But for students and recent graduates, ensure that you stick your CV page to just one. One page CV is accepted. How do employers use CVs in recruitment? Employers use CVs to efficiently screen candidates based on qualifications and relevant experience. They use CVs to determine a candidate's suitability for specific roles and responsibilities. A well-prepared CV increases your chances of advancing in the interview stage. So let's look at the core features of a well-structured CV. Well-structured CV is supposed to have clear heading or bullet points. Use descriptive and distinctive headings to structure your CV for easy navigation and understanding. Ensure you're consistent in your formatting. Maintain uniform font size or styles and spacing throughout your CV. Allow your information to flow logically, and ensure you use action verbs. When you say you have managed, you have led, you developed, you improved, you delivered, you achieved. So try to use action verbs to write your CV. Tailor your CV to the job you're applying for. It's very important that you customize or tailor your CV to the job you're applying for, focusing on relevant skills and experiences. The mistake people make is to use one CV for various job roles. Imagine you're using a CV to apply for the role of a healthcare assistant, for the role of a teacher, a project manager, whatever advert that comes out. You're using one single CV to apply for it. It's not going to work. So for each job advert, there's usually what we call essential criteria. These are where the section that the employer is asking that you must have this particular qualification or experience or skill for you to land on that job. So use essential criteria to tailor your CV. Emphasizing genuine interest. Emphasizing relevant job experience shows genuine interest and alignment with the organization. So let's look at the vital sections of the CV. The first one is your personal information and contact details section. This is where you provide your name, your professional email address, your phone number, and your location. But sometimes this location of a thing sometimes can affect your chances of landing on the job. Imagine where you apply for a job, you're living in England and you're applying for a job in Scotland, and the recruiter checks the location and sees it, it's not really possible for this one to be considered for the job. So if you check that the company location and is far from you where you're living, you can be silent over the issue of your location, but provide every other evidence to show that you're living within the region. Then after the personal information section, the next section should be your core competencies. There are some core competencies that are matched to the job you're applying for. So you can use AI to really know the core competencies of that role and list them. After that section, you have your personal statement, where you have your personal statement, it's just like a short paragraph defining who you are. So it's very important that you put that section. Then education and qualification section. This is the section where you list all your degrees, your certifications, the courses, starting from the most to the earliest. Then under education and qualification, if you've earned any award, honors, or distinctions, ensure that you put it under this section. After that, you have the work experience and achievements. So you need to summarize your previous roles and key responsibilities to showcase your professional background clearly. Remember that I say that recruiters use application tracking system. So under work experience, ensure you use the main key, roles or responsibilities that will help you to land on that job. You need to focus on the main duties you have performed in each role to demonstrate your skills and expertise in various fields. You may have carried out several functions of, several duties, but you need to focus on those main duties that are relevant, that are close to that particular one you're applying for. Then use quantifiable results like percentages or numbers to underline your impact and accomplishments effectively. Imagine where you say you have carried out a project. So you need to use quantifiable results. You say you have completed a project that's led to maybe 20% productivity, improvement in productivity, or 20% reduction in cost. So using such quantifiable results, will really make the recruiter know that you have really worked hard. Then you need your skills and competencies section. This is where you highlight your soft skills, interpersonal skills, ability to resolve conflict, teamwork, and all that. Then under skills and competencies, if you are multilingual, that you're fluent in multiple languages, you need to highlight them because it broadens communication, and recruiters are really looking for people who can communicate in more than one or two languages. If you belong to any professional body, this is another section: professional membership and activities. Joining professional organizations show dedication to continuous learning and industry engagement. So employers are really looking for people who belong to a particular relevant, organization. So if you belong to one, write it. Then under this section, maybe you have done any voluntary work. Volunteering demonstrates social responsibility and commitment to community development. So it's good that if you've done any voluntary work, list it, because it shows that you are giving back to the community that you are living in. Then your extracurricular activity, participating in extracurricular, reflects well-rounded skills and leadership qualities. Then you have another section, the reference section, but usually you don't need to list your referees here. You just say in brackets that they are available upon request in your CV. Then the tips for making your CV to stand out: use a clean and professional layout to write your CV. It makes it visually appealing to recruiters. Include measurable achievement and highlight your impact and value to potential employers. mentioning, highlighting your quantifiable achievements, will really make you to stand out. Then use relevant keywords. I cannot overemphasize it that recruiters use application tracking systems. So make sure you use and incorporate keywords that really match that job description. It will help you to pass automated screening. Then tailor your CV for each role, and keeping it concise makes strong and focused impression. You cannot use one CV for all the job roles you're going to apply. It's not going to work. Then focus on showcasing experiences that are directly related to that particular job is very important. You may have had, numerous experiences that if you keep listing them, your CV will have up to like 6 pages. So stick to those experiences that are related to that particular job that you're applying for, will help to capture attention of the recruiters. Then tailor your skill session to match the requirements of each specific job role for better alignment. I have really said it. So the importance of a good CV is that an effective CV is crucial for securing job opportunities and making a positive impression on employers. Organizing your CV properly helps highlight your skills and experiences clearly and attractively. Avoid some mistakes, any error, spelling error, grammatical error. Try to avoid it in your CV. Can have someone to help you to edit your CV to ensure that there is no grammatical error, there is no spelling error. If you're able to articulate some of these things, remember that you are not the only one applying for that job. And the only way you can stand out is to have a well articulated and structured CV. Make yourself stand out by the quality of CV you have. You will definitely land on a very good job. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our teachings so that you'll be able to, follow up and receive relevant teachings in the coming weeks. Until then, have a lovely time and bye.